In this video, we're going to add the shoelaces. Feel free to keep adjusting this area for the shoe as much as you need to. I'll make this slightly narrower. So let's start creating the shoelaces. And we're going to do this using NURBS. So go to Create, NURBS Primitives, and let's select a torus. Let's rotate on X 90 degrees. Let's go into the inputs, increase the radius. You can also change the height ratio to maybe 0.2 or 0.4. Let's do 0.3. That looks about right. Now the next thing is for us to get rid of the bottom part. Now remember, these are not polygons, so they work a little differently. Let's adjust it a little further. Right click, go to Halls. You can select the middle, scale that up. Now we can take the outer hull and scale that down. The idea here is that you get more of a flat surface. You can put it in place to see how it's looking. Right click, go to isoparm, select this isoparm, and go to curves and detach. Notice how now this isoparm became thicker. Let's go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. Select this isoparm and go to curves, detach. And now select the bottom, hit delete on your keyboard. So now go into isoparm, click and drag, shift, click and drag, and go into surfaces, insert isoparms. Now let's go into surfaces, rebuild option box, select uniform 0 to 1, and let's keep the CVs. Go ahead and click rebuild, and now go ahead and move it into place. Modify center pivot, scale this down a bit. Now you can go into right click, control vertex, and move some of these around. Make those changes, accommodate it. Something like that looks good. And now we're gonna go ahead and start duplicating this. Control D, move it up, put it in place. And let's repeat that process a couple more times. All right, that's looking pretty good. Go to faces. I'm going to go ahead and extrude this area. Push it out. And then repeat this in the bottom. extrude it a little bit, push it out, push this area out as well, something like that. I'll go now to the side and I'll try to manipulate some of these areas so that it matches my reference slightly better. I'll just add one more edge loop to this area so that we can resemble hopefully something closer to that. All right. We can now fine tune some things here before calling it. So pretty happy with that. Let's go into object mode. Select the entire shoe, press Ctrl G, and now it's all going to be merged into a single group. Go modify, center pivot. You can rename your group in your outliner as just shoe for the moment. Lastly, we can add a connection here from the pants to the shoe. Let's bring in a cylinder, add some height, lower the subdivision level, remove the top and bottom, bring it into position. Hit 3 to smooth, and grab the vertices from the bottom, flare that out a bit. I'll probably scale mine just slightly downwards so that there's not that much space there. Maybe I'll bring some of these vertices back in. Just want to close that gap a little bit. Okay, so that's much better. Adjust it accordingly. And from the front, I'll just add slight rotation. I'm even going to scale it back up a bit. Chances are it won't be perfect, but the idea here is to get it close enough. All right, here we go.